I had an audition for a Beatles compilation show, a concert called The Sessions, which is going on at the Royal Albert Hall, the O2 stadiums all over Europe. It opens, they're teching and previewing tonight. And one of the cast has pulled out. So, I've had a call from my agent seeing if I'm available to do it. This would mean, today is Good Friday in England, beginning of our holidays, and we have 4 days off. Basically, this would mean that they want me to rehearse during these holidays, probably starting Monday, I would guess, and then I would have a day's rehearsal, and then I would go on. I'm just letting you know this because this is what working in theatre's like. 1 minute you have nothing, next minute you have a great job. But I'll let you know. I should find out later this evening whether they want me to be in Liverpool in a couple of days' time to then go on tour until the end of May. Don't have long to pack. I'll keep you informed. So I have now heard back from my agent. It took a while for them to get back to me. Apparently this big emergency where they needed somebody to start the next day wasn't so much of an emergency because they didn't get back to us that day, which is Friday. On Saturday, in the evening, my agent then phoned me, different agent in the office, and said that they'd spoken to the casting director and the guy that was leaving is now staying. Sorry they hadn't got in touch sooner. So there was me about to think I was starting work in Liverpool the next day, and they'd forgot to tell me that it wasn't happening. But that's showbiz. Bye. Had a call yesterday about an audition this morning at 11 o'clock. Nothing like last minute. It's for Phantom of the Opera, and I've auditioned for Phantom of the Opera. My first audition was about 15 years ago, maybe even longer. About 20 years ago. I was 20 when I first auditioned for Phantom of the Opera, God. But anyway, still auditioning for it. Maybe this time I'll get it. But I feel really confident. I'm doing some songs I've done a lot before. But I've rehearsed them, I've just been warming up. La, the piano. Just been doing a warm up. Feeling more confident because of the singing lessons I've been having recently, actually. Definitely feeling like I'm in more control. I'm not worried about my voice doing anything odd, much more, which is great. So that's been paying off. And anything else today? What's going on? So I've got to get an early train. I've got to be there at 11:30. I've got my 2 songs. That's all. I'll keep you informed. This is the glamorous waiting room at the Her Majesty's Theatre, where Phantom of the Opera is playing. And the guys are just in before me now, and I'm just waiting, getting nervous before I go in. So I've just come out. Felt like it went well, but they just did a thank you, Michael. So. Oh God, it's hard. You get going and give your all, and then they just go, "Thank you, Michael. Thank you." But anyway, this is the stage door. I worked at this theatre in the bar about 15 years ago. The guy at stage door is the same guy, and I have to say, a lot of my friends. This is my friend Tim in this picture. This is my friend Tim. That I did Oliver with him. And I did My Fair Lady with him, and he's been in this show for years. And obviously, if you get into a great job like this, probably do stay for years. So I just have to sit and wait. So it is now 1:40. I got up this morning at not early, but I got up and started warming up this morning at 8:30, and then left, went to the audition, did my audition, come back, and now, as I say, it's 1:40. So you can see how many hours it takes just doing an audition, how many hours it takes out of an actor's day, going to an audition. Also, I do live a bit out of London, so my train fare was £27 because it was in peak hours, and also my parking was £6. So you're looking at all that money and all that time just to go to one audition which lasts 5 minutes, which is fine because I'm completely aware of that. But I think for people that are not in the business or people that are thinking of coming into the business, it's a good thing to know that that's why you need a job while you're resting. Because you have to be able to afford to go to your auditions and take time off of your day job. So that's why so many actors have flexible jobs, so they can work in a bar or something in the evening, so they have their days free so they can go to auditions, etc, etc. A lot of work as an actor is actually what happens when you're not in a job. For example, the thing I auditioned for today is a year's contract. So once you get the job, that's one thing that you would do night after night after night for a year. That has its challenges, trying to keep it sort of fun or not so much fun, but focused and the best that you can do, doing the same thing every night. But also, if you do short jobs, there's breaks in between, so you don't get the security as with a year's contract. At the moment, I'd really like to do a long contract in a big show. So I'll keep auditioning for it, and hopefully it will happen.